This we have two versions. One actually can walk around properly, but this one's just walking through the obstacle. And then we have another one just crashing into the obstacle in a spectacular fashion. Is step height. Yeah, let's do a new chat. Can you program this thing entirely in the ChatGPT in the web? Yeah, not sure how it works. What if we start with 4.0? Hey, can you start a new canvas? We'll pop some, we'll copy paste some code into. Okay, that's promising. I have the code and it's running. Okay, what are you talking about? Run it just fine, but not in the canvas. Sup? In the title, there's something wrong with the title. Is there? Don't get it. Don't get it. There's something wrong with the canvas itself, or I don't think there's anything wrong with the code because it's running fine. Yeah, and it's making changes forever. And don't see what the problem is. It's actually running already. Hey, we have all the keyboard shortcuts for navigation doing exactly the same thing. Can you explain why and potentially try and fix that? I can't really see the heaps way because it's...
Looking at the code, I can see the issue. The keyboard controls are indeed implemented, but in a very condensed way that makes it unclear. The problem.
Okay. Yeah, so we started with all three actually. Yeah, now it's hallucinating on me. Yeah, that's what happens when you have too many developers in the house. Too many developers in the house. I don't get it. I don't get it. Yeah, all the keyboard controls are still doing the same thing. What just happened to the shadow there? There's something weird. Hey, can you find any issues with the controls, the keyboard shortcuts, and the mouse as well? How the character is being controlled on the screen? Currently, it seems like all the keyboard buttons do the same thing. They result in the same type of motion. Can you check that and potentially fix the code? I can't really test the knee lift because it's because I can't view the character sideways.
I've analyzed the movement controls and found an issue. The avatar's movement direction is always based on the avatar yaw, but the actual animation of walking doesn't match different directional inputs. When you press A/D for sidesteps, it still uses the same forward/backward walking animation. Let's fix.
Okay, can you fix it quietly? It looks like the code is currently incomplete. Can you have a look?
You're right, the file is cut off at the end. Let me.
Which model should we use? Just redo with 04 mini. It's gonna be the end of it, will it? Right, did manage to. 4.0 quickly. Can you change the color of the person character to red?
Index.html. Change the material.
I can do it quietly. And then let's try. Yeah, we had a lot of luck with 3.7 Sonnet Claude before. Yeah, the difference is that we don't have 03. 03 seems to be pretty good. Let's try Gemini 2.5. It's meant to be a really good model for coding, supposedly. The camera is currently locked on the figure front view and I can't see it walking sideways, backward or forward. Can we fix that somehow?
Okay, I can help with that. The current camera logic correctly orbits the character based on mouse input, camorbit, but it always looks at a fixed point slightly above the character's root. We can adjust this look at target to be slightly lower, perhaps focusing more on the center of mass or the pelvis, which might give a better view of the walking motion from different angles. Here's the plan.
Doesn't sound like it, but let's see what it does. Okay, no, that didn't help. Can we not lock the camera on to the same point of the character?
Okay, I understand. Instead of having the camera rigidly look at a fixed offset from the character's root, we can introduce some smoothing to the camera's target point. This will make the camera lag slightly behind the character's movement, giving a less locked-on feel. Here's the plan. Introduce a new 3.vector3 variable, camera target, to store the point the camera is currently looking at. Initialize it near the character's starting position. In the
Why is it so complicated? Okay, no, that's doesn't really work. We don't want it to be so complicated. We want just to follow the character along, but when walking sideways, it should be walking sideways.
Okay, I understand. You want the character model itself to orient towards the direction it's actually moving, especially during side steps, and have the camera simply follow along without the complex smoothing. Here's the plan. Calculate the character's actual world space velocity vector each frame. Determine the desired facing direction, target yaw, based on this velocity. If moving, face the movement direction. If stopped, face the direction set by the mouse, avatar yaw. Smoothly rotate the character model, bones.pelvis.rotation.y, to align with this target yaw. Revert the camera's look at logic back to directly targeting a point near the character's root, removing the smoothing added previously. Index.html. Modify character orientation logic and simplify camera targeting. Existing code. Script type equals module. Import asterisk as...
Okay, we don't need to read the code. Do you think anyone will be reading code? Yeah, that's exactly what I meant. Can we add an obstacle on the floor just under knee high?
Okay, I can add a knee-high obstacle to the scene. Index.html. Add code to create and position a box mesh representing the obstacle.
Okay, now the character is just walking through the obstacle. Can we modify that so it's trying to actually step or jump over it?
Okay, I will modify the animation logic to make the character attempt to step over the obstacle when approaching it. This involves detecting when the character is close to the obstacle and moving towards it.
Okay, can you do it quietly? Can you do it quietly? Because we are vibe coding, we're not actually reading the code, do we? Okay, now the code is incomplete. What did you do? The code is incomplete. What did you do? Can we finish the script?
Apologies, the previous response was incomplete.
Yeah, we need a different model for this, or what? Just do 3.7 thinking or not? Claude. Let's do regular 3.7. Be able to finish the code. For some reason Gemini 2.5 is thinking I can do it myself. No, I cannot. I'm thinking if I understand the models correctly, if we have this prompt for generating the code, I want to do it in the chat or not in the chat. Let it decide by itself. Not able to complete the code. We try another version. In Evolve 3, we expanded the original prompt.
I've dropped a complete self-contained HTML file into the canvas for you. It renders a physics-driven human rig that walks toward the mouse, obeys joint limits, and can clear or trip over the knee-high obstacle.
Sure, one of the dependencies do not work with this new version.
The module paths are now fully qualified CDN URLs.
In the chat, can you explain the characters always just crashing into the obstacle and falling into beats? Hey, can you explain why is that happening and how do I prevent how do I actually move it around? This we have two versions. One actually can walk around properly, but this one's just walking through the obstacle. And then we have another one just crashing into the obstacle in a spectacular fashion. Is step high. Well, yeah, currently I'm not able to do anything. It just crashes straight away. I'm not able to restart the simulation with different parameters. Was that the idea?
I've added a reset button and R hotkey, a walk toggle, checkbox, or P key, and started the avatar 2M in front of the block so you can tweak gate parameters before moving.
The character detects the obstacle when it's within obstacle_check_distance, 1.0 unit, and moving generally towards it, not backward or purely sideways. If these conditions are met, the is approaching obstacle flag becomes true. This flag is passed to the step_anim function. Inside step_anim, if is approaching obstacle is true and the leg is currently swinging forward, based on the gate phase V and GT, 0.5, the knee lift, knee, is increased by step_over_knee_boost, 0.4 unit. Okay, I understand. The obstacle detection and knee lift logic exist, but the visual effect isn't working or is imperceptible, leading the character to appear to phase through the obstacle. Here's a plan to make the step over interaction more noticeable. Increase knee boost *, make the extra knee lift significantly larger when stepping over. Add hip boost *, slightly increase the forward hip rotation, lifting the thigh when stepping over. Add vertical root boost asterisk. Add a small vertical lift to the character's main body, root, when approaching the obstacle to simulate the effort of stepping higher. Looking at the code, I can see a few issues that might be preventing the obstacle interaction from working properly. Logic error in the obstacle detection. There's a precedence issue in this condition, move direction.z greater than 0. This is evaluated as move direction.z, 0, which doesn't check what we want. It should be move direction.z greater than 0. Obstacle distance might be too restricted, the detection distance might be too small. Debug visualization. We're not seeing any visual feedback to know if the obstacle detection is firing. Let's fix these issues. Index.html. Fix the
the canvas thing is not really working well. Keeps asking me questions. Yeah, we have this character walking around pretty well. Then it's interacting with this obstacle in a weird way. Yeah, we'll need probably an hour or so to actually fix this. Unfortunately. And we have another simulation where it just where the character is just running into the obstacle and crushing into many pieces. And yeah, and a bunch of attempts that don't work at all. Yeah, the interaction is there, but it's not great. You'd think these models will be doing much better, but no. No. We delete version 4. We only left with actually 1, 2, and 3. This was the original one that we made a while back, so it's not great. Then we have this one, which is probably the most promising so far. Except the interaction with the obstacle needs way more work. And yeah, this one probably can get rid of. It is interacting, but in a kind of singular way. Yeah, this was meant to have an option to set your settings, like the step height, before you run the simulation. But I don't, even if we get it to work, I'm not sure it's gonna help much. So yeah, everything we do eventually appears on bionickchaos.com. Go check it out. Obviously, all these games are biomedical data science related. Yes, we're trying to win AI as impossible as it sounds. Yeah, so it is possible. Here's your evidence that you can actually win AI. But yeah, good luck. Good luck to you all. Yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.